It's a 1.6 mile walk, but we're here at the castle walls of the old town of Dubrovnik. It took us 3 days to finally make it to Dubrovnik after leaving Split. As the crow flies, it's just barely over 100 miles away. But with these short winter days, a ferry ride to avoid an unnecessary border crossing, and our preference to travel slowly, we took our time getting there. Being in January, we could not find any campgrounds that are still open. 350 watts of solar on our van's roof usually provides us with plenty of electrical power. But with mostly overcast days and a steep angle of the winter sun, it hasn't been easy to keep our batteries charged. Luckily, our catalytic heater doesn't consume any electricity, but finding places to refill our US-style propane tank can occasionally be a challenge. For just $30 a night, we found a nice apartment on Airbnb thanks to the thin demand of the low season. It's about 1.5 miles from the old city, but otherwise conveniently located to everything else. We haven't been to Dubrovnik since 2004, which was my first time in Croatia. It has become much more popular since our last visit. Back then, people still lived within the walls of the old city. Old men sat on the corners sipping coffee and playing chess. Laundry hung overhead on clotheslines above narrow cobblestone alleyways. None of that exists in the old city anymore. In the wintertime, when there are few tourists, hardly anyone but a few cats are seen. All things considered, winter in Dubrovnik is actually quite the perfect time, if what you're into is a casual stroll through the ancient fortress. From Game of Thrones to Star Wars, Dubrovnik's popularity is not exactly unexpected. It is nicknamed the Jewel of the Adriatic. The walls that surround the city dating back to the 7th century is among the largest and most complete in all of Europe. During the summer, people from all over the world pack in here shoulder to shoulder. A climb up to the famous castle walls cost a whopping $30 a person. We don't remember paying that much when we were here 15 years ago, but we also didn't need to pay entrance fees for 5 people everywhere we went back in those days. Another reason why we decided to get an apartment for the week here is because Ava turns 12 this week. She usually has her birthday in California with family and friends while we're around there for the holidays. This is one of the few birthdays she is having away. We tried looking for some exciting things to do, but all of the touristy fun places are closed. Marlene called a couple of hotels with heated pools, and we lucked out with Hotel Adria up on the top of the hill. When I say on the top of the hill, I mean all the way up. It was quite the hike to get to the hotel, but well worth the effort to have pretty much the whole place to ourselves. We might not be at an amusement park or throwing her a lavish party, but this is how we prefer to be as a family on these special occasions. As we wrapped up our time in Dubrovnik, we headed out of town on our way towards Montenegro. Before we left, we drove up the hill and visited an animal shelter that we had found while researching the area. We had been carrying around Yoda's medication and veterinary supplies since she passed away back in September. Rather than just tossing them away, we wanted to find a place that could use them. Żarkowice Animal Shelter is just the right place. We got to leave them a small donation, pass on Yoda's supplies to animals that would benefit from them, and got our fill of puppy kisses in return. We had spent nearly 4 months in Croatia, and that time has finally come to an end. With winter in full swing, we're looking forward to finding warmer weather down south. That was interesting for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We had a great time in Croatia, and thank you all for following along on our journey. Montenegro, just a short drive away, we're excited to venture into new and unexplored parts of Europe that has been a long time coming. Feel free to click on that subscribe button below if you're new to our channel. Our European adventure is just getting started.